Welcome to the Herbert Hoover National Historic Site in West Branch, Iowa. My name's Ashley Keenan, and I am the teacher ranger here this summer. So far in my experience as a teacher ranger, I've had the chance to learn more about my park and develop and brainstorm many new ways to help the rangers make a school tour experience better for everyone involved. I've had a chance to review the school tour logs and offer suggestions from a teacher's point of view. The issues that have come up are usually due to too many schools coming on the same day. We love that so many schools are able to come, especially in a time when field trips are starting to disappear. However, this presents a problem where there are 3 rangers and 11 groups. I've worked with rangers on a new scheduling system that's based on my experience with retail zone assignments from my time working at the mall, of all things. This should help to serve more groups during the day without stretching the rangers too thin. They can maximize their time on the grounds and serve more groups. Unfortunately, this still leaves several teachers with groups that can't be led through the historic site by a park ranger. One of my projects this summer is to create ranger-led videos that will be available on YouTube and on the park website for teachers to use in preparation for a self-guided tour. These can also be used by park patrons as they tour the historic site on their own. My main project this summer is to help the education director at the Presidential Library and Museum with professional development opportunities for educators in the area. We attended the Best Practices in Social Studies Conference in Des Moines on June 25th, where we presented a seminar to 44 Iowa educators on primary sources and place-based education. This was a great opportunity for me as a second-year teacher to get up in front of people who've been teaching for years and present something to them. Elizabeth, who is the education director, presented information about teaching using primary sources, such as artifacts and photos, in the classroom to enhance the learning process, and then to, in turn, offer a connection to the past through traveling trunks and document study. I finished the presentation by explaining how important it is to use the historical structures in their communities to learn about the past. I gave examples that highlighted how teachers can use the historic structures at the Herbert Hoover National Historic Site to make connections to the core subjects they are teaching in the classroom. I explained how using their communities to teach, or place-based education, is vital to a student's educational growth and understanding of history. Throughout the summer, I'll be developing solo seminars that will be presented at a professional development workshop on September 6th. These seminars will cover place-based education, using historic structures and artifacts in teaching, and how field trips can be used to extend learning, not just to give kids a day off. These attendees of the workshop will be comprised of teachers who come to the museum and National Historic Site on school tours throughout the year, and will hopefully prepare them to use the field trip as an extension to learning. It'll show them an opportunity for pre-teaching and extension activities, and it'll give them a chance to lead their own self-guided tour of the grounds. My new teaching position, it'll be a little hard to connect with my experience here because I'm going to be teaching Title I reading. I have spent a lot of time brainstorming ways to incorporate my experience into phonemic exercises, and I have come up with a few ideas that may work. I will try to use readers' theater to make a reading connection by picking theater pieces that take place in the same time period. We can use artifacts or photos of the artifacts to help my students understand what the items they are using might actually look like. Now, many traveling trunks can come with narratives that tell stories of the items inside. The narrative would also be a great reading opportunity that provides new vocabulary and a challenge to my readers. Thankfully, my school district is only 10 miles from the site, and they bring groups of kids here for school tours every year. They're very supportive of the site, and most kids are familiar with what's here. The administration is very excited to have another teacher ranger on staff, and they said that they will allow me to work with the school as a whole when they take the school tours. I'll be able to do some pre-teaching and share my experience with the students.